started. Okay, today I have Tsehay Hawkins. She is the yellow wiggle from the Wiggles, guys. I am so excited. Welcome, Tsehay.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I want you to tell people a little bit about yourself and how you became a wiggle, especially the yellow wiggle.
Yeah, pretty cool journey. My name's Sahai. I live in Australia. I'm a Wiggle, but I was born in Ethiopia, so I'm adopted. So I've pretty much grown up in Australia my whole life. But I grew up watching the Wiggles when I was little, and I was always into dancing. I was a performer. I went to a full-time dance studio for pretty much like the whole of my like schooling period in high school. And mid dancing, I did a lot of different comps. I do salsa, I do Latin dancing, I do West African dancing. I kind of did all styles of dancing, and I used to post a lot on my Instagram page. Anyway, the choreographer of the Wiggles at the time reached out to me and asked if I'd like to come and join the Wiggles as a Wiggly backup dancer. I was very excited because I grew up watching the original Wiggles. So when I joined, I got to go on set. I got to actually join them on tour for a little bit as a backup dancer. And then it was probably about halfway through 2021. They created a TV series called Fruit Salad TV where I joined as like a red wiggle. So it was like a kind of like a sideshow. And then halfway during that year, right when lockdown was about to end, where all the restrictions around COVID kind of was being lifted, they asked if I'd like to be the yellow wiggle. So I said yes, and I literally took photos in the yellow skivvy that day. And then the next day, it was announced to the world that I was a yellow wiggle. So a very, very fast process.
That is fascinating. And that's great. Now you said that you're from Ethiopia, so you've incorporated Ethiopian and West African dances into your training as a yellow wiggle. Have you done that?
Oh, absolutely. I definitely have. I
I
like that
love
I
it.
get to bring that diverse side to it. And also, being Ethiopian, our necks move a lot. And people always notice and call me like the head bubble wiggle. And I'm like, well, it's part of my culture because my neck's always moving.
Oh, I love that. Okay, all right. But now, as the first woman of color to be a wiggle, how do you see your role inspiring children worldwide, especially those who may not have seen themselves represented in children's entertainment before?
Oh, absolutely. I think having that role that I get to kind of reflect our audience, especially little children of color, little girls of color as well, it means the world. It warms my heart. And in fact, when I first joined, there was a lot of beautiful and positive feedback where little girls were dressing up as me, feeling like they could wear their hair in their natural curls, and like said, "Oh my goodness, like she looks like me. I can be like her." And I honestly think with diversity, if you can see it, you can be it. What's on TV and in media kind of reflects what is accepted in society. So I think if you can see yourself on screen, you can feel like you can do anything. So I feel very, very grateful that I get to be the little black wiggle for everyone.
That's so cute. So competitive Latin dance, you do that too?
Yes, yeah. My brother's Colombian, so he's adopted as well. And when we went over to Colombia, I was there when we adopted him, and I just fell in love with the culture. I wanted to do cumbia and salsa, and I also did samba as well. But yeah, I went into competitive Latin dancing, and I think I was, yeah, at 15, I won 5 world titles. I'm an 11 times Australian Latin dance champion, and then a 5 times world Latin dance champion.
Oh, that is fantastic. So, you incorporate all of this into your performance with the yellow as a yellow wiggle,
Yeah,
as the
pretty much.
yellow wiggle.
As the yellow wig, I know it's so cool. I love it. I get to do some salsa on stage. There was one song called Skeleton Scat, where we would all the Wiggles get to do their own little like their own signature dance move, and I got to teach the audience how to do salsa, and I just had the best time seeing little ones like trying to learn how to shimmy their shoulders and shake their hips. So yes, I definitely like to incorporate the Latin dancing into the Wiggle world.
So, what has been the most rewarding part of your journey so far?
Most rewarding part, I think meeting families. I think seeing how much like the Wiggles are such a important part of their lives. We do a lot of hospital visits, so we get to meet children who are quite sick, um, and see how Wiggles has like kind of been a light in their life in dark times, and that's it really makes you realize how important it is what we do. And we really have the best job. We get to meet beautiful families. We get to be a lot of children's first experience of a live show and live music, and we get to teach them like things that may not seem like a big deal, but in our songs we teach them how to clap their hands. And for a lot of parents, that's like a milestone moment when they're growing up. So I think just meeting that, and also I think being able to represent a lot of children of color, that's been a really, really important and special part of my wiggle journey.
That's fantastic. Now, what message do you hope to share with children watching?
What message? I think that you should be free to feel like you can do anything. Be confident to be who you are. Be confident in your own skin and how you look, how you dance, how you feel. And the wiggle world is full of love. Every time we just ask if you can get ready to wiggle. So just approach every day with happiness. But yeah, really try and reach your dreams.
And what's next for the Wiggles?
Well, very, very exciting. Next year, 2025, we're going on a world tour, the Bouncing Balls Tour. We're starting in the UK, but we're coming to America. We're very, very excited coming to the US. I think our first show in America itself is in Seattle. I think it's on the 3rd of June, and then we finish in Boston, I'm pretty sure. But we've got a huge tour lined up in summer, so we're very, very excited. I love when we go to America, but we haven't really visited a lot of these places, so we're very, very excited to wiggle with you all.
Fantastic. If you ever make it to Atlanta, let me know. Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes.
I will be there. I will be there.
Absolutely. I wonder if we have a show we may. You should come along.
I would
We
love
should bring you
to.
along, yeah.
I'm not sure about my wiggling, but I'll do my best.
That's the thing. The Wiggle
Absolutely.
started with four band members, and I have to say we've definitely upgraded the dance moves since then. So there's no judgment in Wiggle dancing.
Well, my goodness. I want to thank you for coming on the show. I'm sure all the little girls watching, all the parents watching, make sure you show it to all your little girls and boys and let them know where we can find more information about the Wiggles.
Oh, yes, it'll be on our Wiggles website. So if you go look on there, it'll show the Bouncing Balls tour. You can get all the ticket details, and also check out our Instagram and see the actual new lineup, because I know that it's still new to people in America seeing the whole new members of 8 Wiggles. So go check it out; it'll be really cool.
Well, I want to thank you, Stahai. Thank you again for coming on the show.
No worries. Thank you for having me. I've had the best time.
Awesome. Take care. Bye bye. And